Well, Carling, it is such a pleasure to talk to you knowing you're going into the final episode of Big Break next week. You have fought a long journey getting here. It's been quite a ride, but as you said, you were feeling calmer than San Diego weatherman last night. Great, great line. Tell me a little bit more about that day, how it started, and just some thoughts that you have overall on the show.
Well, I told the camera that I was feeling calmer than a San Diego weatherman, but that might have been a lie, Gail. I felt really good when we were down to 5, 6 people because I wasn't eliminated first. But now when it was down to the top 3, I remember thinking, wow, if I'm going to get this far, I have to make it to the finale. I have to go for the title. So there was a lot of nerves going through me that day, and I remember that. I think it was the same way for the other 2 girls. We were all just buttering our toast, not saying much at breakfast. It was kind of an intense morning.
Mm-hmm. Well, when we saw that it was going to be stacking up against Lorena, I think all of us had our hopes up that that Lorena would show up on the show, and I actually found it really sad that she wasn't there. But I mean, I guess we can't expect everything, but that would have been the icing on the cake, don't you think, if she had shown up?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we totally thought she was going to show up, and we were all thinking about the night before. We were like, what's going to happen tomorrow? They're going to make something big. And I remember saying, well, what if Lorena Ochoa actually showed up? Mm-hmm. And so we were excited. Even Lily, she was wearing a different outfit earlier that morning, and she went back up and changed her outfit so she was wearing, like, the Mexican colors just in case Lorena was actually there that day. So it was really funny. Even when we walked out the door from breakfast, we had no idea that she wasn't going to be there yet. So we went and made sure we all looked particularly special that day.
Well, we appreciate it as your viewing audience. So it didn't go to waste. But yeah, that was a bit of a disappointment. Well, we're going to get on to some of the specifics of the day, and I thought at the beginning it was Lily, I think, who said, Sarah was known for her long game. You were known for your short game. No question, your short game was right on. You hit some great shots. That putt at the end was just fabulous. But Sarah, we've seen her bomb those drives. It just wasn't with her that day.
Yeah, starting from the first challenge when Sarah stepped up and struggled with the driver challenge, mm-hmm. It really it was letting her down for sure. And I had not hit a driver yet in the entire competition, so I had no idea. It'd been weeks since I hit a driver. I had no idea where it was going to go, so I tried to just step up there and swing and let the big dog eat, I guess.
Well, and you're obviously very, very accurate, hitting a point first 2 times, and then the second time actually going over the 265-yard mark. How often do you hit over 265 yards?
Right now in my game, I've gotten a lot more yardage, so my average is about 260 off the tee, 265.
Oh, good.
But during the big break was about 6 months ago, and it wasn't quite that far. I wasn't cranking it quite that far. Mm-hmm. And so I was really thinking I'm going to have to pelt this out there to get it over the 265 mark. So I wasn't concentrating on swinging out of my shoes and getting past that line. If anything, if I just got 3 points, I was going to be happy. And I took a really good swing on that third one, and I think I got a great bounce, got a little top spin, and that thing rolled out 275 yards. I was impressed for a little tiny chick.
Yeah, it was very impressive. It was funny, somebody asked me today, how long do, women hit the ball? I said, you should have watched last night's show, and you can see they can hit it a mile. Well, Lily was pretty solid, rock solid, getting immunity, and I remember at one point you said one of your great lines again after watching Lily hit, get some butter because me and Sarah are toast. So where do you get these?
But that's what I felt like. Lily, on the last couple money challenges, she started off doing nothing, and all of a sudden she's just solid there, points, and you can't make one mistake, or she's going to trump all over you. And I like to have a good time. I like to give everyone a visual when it comes to how much trouble we're in during challenges.
Well, it made me want to go into the kitchen and fry up some eggs. But it was interesting because even watching in between on the main part of the show, they were showing the three of you chit-chatting at different points, and that was kind of new this year in the big break, kind of jumping in the middle of an advertisement or a series of advertisements and put a little sound bite in between people. It really showed that you three were getting along famously no matter what was happening in the competition. How did you think that? I mean, you and Sarah had your little times before, but everybody seemed to be getting along really well.
It was a lot easier to communicate with everybody when there was just the three of us. You know, before there was 10, 11 girls, and we were all trying to fight for attention, fight for the camera, trying to do this, and it was just so tense. There were fights in the house, and we were not getting along with each other. There was all these little cliques. But then once it was down to me and Sarah and Lily, it was really nice, because we all said, you know, the three of us deserve to be here. We're competitors. We had nothing to be worried about. We just went out there and we took it seriously, and no one was showing off for anybody, and it was a lot easier for everyone just to calm down and relax, enjoy the experience. So yeah, we got along famously.
Great. Well, that's good. Let's go on to the elimination, and Sarah's ball into the water right away. She didn't take a tantrum. She didn't swear or bang anything around. I mean, you know, she's a feisty girl. I was surprised I didn't see more emotion out of her then. What were you feeling?
Going into elimination, we were both feisty. Oh, you could feel it on the tee box. I mean, we might have been getting along and, you know, not throwing any BS at each other, but we showed up to play, and we both knew that this was going to be the matchup that we were waiting for. And I can tell she probably said in her interview, and I said in mine, we've been waiting for this day our whole lives. So the feistiness was there.
Well, and also I thought, you know, it was apropos where at one point in this same hole, you said underlay to get the ball away. Even Lily caught that one.
Lily kept saying it all the time, and I felt like, you know what, I'm missing a little Lily spirit here. And every time she yelled on the lay or stop in Spanish, that ball listened. And I thought, well, you know what, I don't know, we are in a foreign country here. Maybe I got to try something new.
Yeah.
So
That's funny.
I threw it out there.
That's pretty funny.
The first hole was just, it was intense. And you know what, it did relax my nerves a little bit when Sarah Brown, you know, whaled it right into the water right off the bat. And I thought, wow, okay, well, you know, I'm at least going to tie this first hole because, you know, she's really giving me a stroke there. So I think that really helped me calm down, hit a few nice shots up the fairway. And I felt bad that I pushed that 9-iron into the bunker. But there was a pretty solid crosswind going towards the ocean. And I punked out, Gail. I mean, I could have gone easily for the pin, but I was so worried that wind was going to take it into the ocean, then I just blocked it out to the right. But you know, we were even after hole one, so it wasn't that big a deal.
Well, and you know, she was struggling, and so you had a couple of opportunities right off that you weren't able to capitalize on. But then that final competition where you hold out on, what was it, 25 feet at least. I mean, you know, you never gave up. Even when the opportunities came and went, you never gave up. That was really, truly a great close for the day. It was the perfect ending. You know, you fought and you never gave up, and I thought that was very cool.
Well, I've been playing these golf challenges. I have two older brothers and my dad, and we grew up together playing golf every single day, and we always did challenges like this. We always played games. Who can hit it the furthest? Who can do this? Who can have the lowest score in these couple holes? And it was always a real lesson to me, because so many times where you almost are beating someone and they keep hanging in there, you can't quite get them out, and you get frustrated. And my dad would always say, you know, there's nothing wrong with being tied. There's still time left. There's nothing wrong with being tied. So I try to take that into consideration. And with all that background, I just feel like, you know, the big break was made for me. I've done all these challenges. And if you're not going to get smacked from your older brothers, trust me, I've been there. But it felt good to go in there, and I can't tell you the feeling I had when I had that 30-foot putt and just dropped it, and it was over, and it was life-changing.
Yeah, no, it was great. And so you won it fair and square. It wasn't sort of Sarah lost it. You won it, and that was that was what makes it really special. Well, next week looks exciting. I love the outfit you're wearing, by the way, in next week's show. Not that I don't love all your outfits, but I do. And I see a little birdie dance in the preview, so something good happens next week. So we're looking for that. I don't know who's spicy and who's hot between you and Lily, but together you're going to make a great combination out there.
Thank you so much. We both showed up the morning, and without even telling each other, I was wearing all white, she was wearing all black. So we thought this is going to be a matchup today.
It sure is.
It's going to be a matchup.
Well, can't wait, and I sure hope we can talk next week. And, I'm really looking forward to seeing you in next week's show. Okay? You take care this week.
Thanks so much, Gail. Take care.